In this house, we love and respect hot dogs, boys. Hey everyone, Benzie Johnson Jr., welcome back to the channel. I'm enthusiastic about television and all the details, so if you're interested too, then hit subscribe to check out new videos every single week. So, Pinky Malinky has arrived on Netflix, Nickelodeon's first original series not to premiere on their own channel and potentially proceed to be sent off to die on another one. When I'd heard that this show was the first to make the move, I felt that Nick moving this to Netflix was like the ultimate shunt-off, like laying it die on Nicktoons was too respectable for it. A few folks in the comments on my first video on Pinky Malinky would probably agree with that morbid sentiment, but ever since August, I've had hope that Pinky will deliver and get 2019 started on the right note. Clearly, it's delivered on one front, as my first Pinky Malinky video has become one of my most successful videos of 2018. So after spending all of yesterday afternoon binging it with some similarly excited friends of mine, was Pinky Malinky worth the wait? Well, this show is just tough to put into words. It's like bagging a thunderstorm. It is absolutely, undoubtedly amazing. Literally the best show I have watched in years. The show takes a somewhat mockumentary, almost reality TV style format, following Pinky and friends and acquaintances throughout the adventure of the day as they live their lives on social media. It's sort of a unique place to take a kid's show, as it's a place where very few shows overall have gone, and absolutely none have gone here in the US. The concept is a bit direct in early episodes, which may give the impression that the show's trying too hard to be current and with it, but while the show feels very rooted in the present with all the digital bells and whistles and tales, it doesn't slather that fact on. It feels really natural, which is honestly a tough thing to get right. Certainly everyone who worked on that show is probably 1.5 times my age at least, so congrats to them for making it work. The best part of the show, in my opinion, was that we really got to know everybody early on through their interactions with Pinky. By the time I was done with the first few episodes, I really felt like I knew these characters down to even little details, and then that progresses in later episodes as the format and the emphasis on building the concept fades away and you just slide into each episode. This is definitely helped by the show's mockumentary reality-esque style. We get to hear out everyone's point of view, even if they have little to say, and it helps you invest into these characters because you get to see where they're coming from, instead of, just flashbacks or, oh, you know that thing that happened that really cemented my relationship with you? That sort of has to happen on other shows, given how they usually work. Breaking down that fourth wall in a way really helps you step into the world, and it's a very engaging plot device. While exposition is a given on most shows, especially early, it's not something that's guaranteed to happen in an engaging way. On Pinky Malinky, it happens in an engaging way. It's just such a well done show. Plus, Randy Cunningham's in, so that's a bonus. Speaking of characters, the characters on this show are just amazing. JJ plays it cool, Babs is token weirdo, but everyone's just well-meaning and super supportive and a squad you'd be jealous of. And I haven't even mentioned Pinky himself. He's exuberant and energetic and fun and just someone you want to get behind and root for. I said it in my trailer video yesterday, but I have to say it again. I really have to give props to this show for making character voices that you wouldn't really expect for these sorts of characters. None the names that they've picked, though the likes of Ben Schwartz and Nathan Kress, who have both been around the KidsCon block a few times, do lend voices, and in an almost Canadian way, you'll definitely hear familiar voices on this show. Randy, Freddie, though he was on a sitcom, Sway Sway, and I even swear I heard, of all people, the voice of Chuck McFarlane from Chuck's Choice as a minor single episode character on this show. Of all the people in the world, it really just adds to their charm for me. All in all, Pinky Malinky is just a show that is amazing and spectacular beyond words, the product of an amazing period at Nickelodeon, cryogenically frozen and thought out at a pivotal time for KidsCon, given how meh 2018 was for kids TV. And this show just puts into relief and perspective exactly how boring and bad the past few years have been, and it makes you wonder where shows like this have been for so long and why they just don't seem to make them like this nowadays. I honestly cannot say it enough that you should give this show a watch. It is the best thing that I have seen in at least a good 12 months, if not longer. It's just so good. Words cannot describe it, but I managed to find words anyway because I knew that I had to write this review and I had to. It's such a good show. That's all I can say. Just go watch it. If you like this video, then hit like, and while you're down there, don't forget to slide over to that subscribe button and hit that too, so you don't miss new videos every single week from me. And while you're around here, maybe check out my other videos on Pinky Malinky. I'll see you in the next one.